Hi guys. All right, so this is the All Signs weekly reading. If you're looking at a private reading with me, I do link my email in the description box. However, I do want to say, and I'm going to blame Mercury retrograde for this one, guys. If you have been getting private readings from me and things seem slow, it is not me, it's the uploading. I started work the other day around 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning, and most of them didn't even get up till 10 a.m. So I don't know what's going on. I can only blame the planets at this point because I'm not doing anything. So let's get started, see what's going on this week. For Aries, we are now officially in Mercury retrograde. So Monday through Friday for Aries. And I am using the same two decks that I've been using, okay? I have not changed. They're still the Red Fairy and the Golden Tarot. Monday through Friday. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Well, Aries, you're starting the week off strong. Looks like you are going through, not going through, but looks like you're feeling pretty good on Monday. You're in the upright. You're feeling kind of like charismatic, excited for the future. Some of you are going to be getting up like earlier than usual, feeling like very driven. And could be making plans. To be honest with you, could be making plans. Somebody's going to reach out to you and be like, hey, Aries, we have this gathering, this get together. Would you like to go get coffee, food, drinks, whatever? It doesn't have to be on Monday, but I see an invite, okay? On Tuesday, however, we have a tower moment. You could be causing it or somebody could be causing it for you, but it does look like somebody from the past is running your name through the mud, or you're doing it to them. Either or, this is going to be ongoing for the rest of the week. Lots of drama. Please stop making noise. Thank you, sir. On Wednesday, you're going to have to make a judgment call. Somebody's trying to screw you over, especially if it's financially. So this could be somebody at work, somebody that knows something about your finances. You are going through it on Tuesday and Wednesday, okay? And on Thursday, it looks like you're finding some resolve. Now, you're going to feel like the wounded warrior. You're going to feel very beat down, but you're going to see a change, significant change by then. Whatever you're missing financially, whatever you're missing, mentally, after all this, will be coming back around by the end of the week, okay? You're going to be feeling like, okay, I can resolve this now. Yeah, you're heading in the right direction, and it says here to go to spirit if necessary. I don't usually get that message, but that's for you. On Friday, you're ready to fight. You're ready to rage war if necessary. You got your stamina back, okay? And you're dropping this heavy burden. You're like, listen, whatever's going on, I'm going to resolve it, and you're not going to stop me. Moving on to Taurus. 5 cards for Taurus for the week, Monday through Friday. Taurus, you might have like cramps in your legs, or something's going on with your legs. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. On Monday, you could be dealing with a fire sign. Doesn't have to be. This person could be causing you some drama. You're kind of sick of them. You'd like to get them out of your energy or out of your hair. For some of you, it's a baby mama, baby daddy, but they're keeping tabs on you. They're, potentially making up lies about you. They're causing you some sort of dilemma, similar to Aries, but obviously a different circumstance. On Tuesday, you're waiting for divine timing to basically cuss this person out, withhold something from them, or like play the game back, I guess, so to speak, like whatever they've done to you, maybe you have something you can resort to kind of pay them back. And by Wednesday, you're feeling much more stable. You have a manifestation coming and you're feeling pretty good. Emotionally feeling more stable as well. And by Thursday, can you not, please? Sir, there's nothing in there. You can lick the bowl all day long. There's nothing in there. On Thursday, you're holding on to some sort of hope for justice to be served. It will be. For some of you, you may be planning to go to it looks like a funeral, a wake, something of that nature, or a getaway in general, but it's going to bring major changes. And on Friday, you are doing the whole self-care situation. You're working towards some sort of goal, and you will be seeing it you will be seeing it happen. Not necessarily this week, but you will be seeing it soon. And it looks really good. It looks very stable. Moving on to Gemini. 5 cards for the week. Gemini, you're feeling nervous about something. Could even be having stomach issues this week. Hopefully you don't have asthma. Monday. Oh, sorry, somebody's texting me. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Why is everybody kind of having a tower moment this week? Damn. Okay, you have a bit of a heavy burden on Monday that you're carrying. You have to make some decisions. You're not really sure which direction to take, so that's a bit of a problem. You really want to resolve this, but we're in Mercury retrograde, so I think you know it's gonna be stressful, and you need to wait for evidence and or illumination to come before you can really make any clear decisions. On Tuesday, be careful with overspending or believing somebody else. Oh, well, it does look like overspending, but also watch out for anybody like overpromising something financially too, because that's not actually going to happen, okay? And on Wednesday, again, it's the same thing as Tuesday. Somebody overpromising something to you and it's not actually going to happen. This could be a boss. This could be some business deal, partnership, anything like that. And it does look like you feel like the fool by Wednesday, knowing like this was dumb. Somebody will be coming to your aid, whether that's somebody to talk to, vent to, or somebody to help you in some sort of way, okay? And on Thursday, looks like you're with a bunch of people by Thursday, co-creating something. This could be family members, co-workers, whatever the case. You guys are working on something together, some sort of resolve, some sort of, I wouldn't say, it doesn't look like a business deal. It just looks like something coming full circle where you guys find some sort of resolve together. And on Friday, you are overthinking a situation, wishing you had said something. You know how you do that? You're like, you know, I wish I had said this, but I didn't think of it at the time. And breaking a bond with somebody. So an energetic bond you have to somebody that you no longer want, you're breaking. Moving on to Cancer. Five cards for Cancer for the week. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Monday looks good, Cancer. You're in the upright. You're healing from something. You're feeling energetic. You're feeling like the week's going to go pretty well. Okay, you're feeling good. Working towards some sort of goal on Tuesday. Could be arguing with somebody because they don't pull through on something that they said they were going to. I really don't think you need this person, but you're just kind of aggravated that you know, maybe you asked them for a favor. Maybe you asked them for some sort of advice and they're just not pulling through. So I do see some aggravation there. On Wednesday, there could be a get-together gathering that else you're not invited to, or you go to and you end up leaving feeling like else disincluded, or that you shouldn't have gone in general. Okay, this could even be a business meeting. But I see the frustration, and it looks like you're probably going to go hermit mode for a while after that. On Thursday, you're feeling kind of, yeah, okay. On Thursday, you could be sick or mentally sick, emotionally sick, just feeling kind of down and out. Could be considering some new opportunities, but you're not really sure if this is a good time or not. And again, I think most of you are not feeling well by Thursday. And on Friday, we have somebody coming in. It could be an earth sign. Lots of messages going back and forth. They might be telling you about something that will bring you more stability, more balance to your life. Maybe this is a job opportunity. Maybe this is some sort of investment. You know, something that'll bring, again, more stability and balance to your life. Moving on to Leo. 5 cards for Leo for the week. Leo, I'm getting excited now doing a reading for you. So obviously you have something to look forward to this week. Somebody could even be getting a piece of jewelry. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. On Monday, you are feeling kind of defeated about a situation. You feel like somebody might have been doing something behind your back. Ooh, they were. And you find out, and that's going to actually be more freeing for you because you have the evidence. And now you're like, okay, good. Now I know exactly who not to include in this, whatever it is, whether it's work-related, family, or whatever. And on Wednesday, it does look like you might be planning some sort of trip or get-together, or I don't think it's a business partnership. You're planning something where you're going to meet somebody or a group of people and it's going to be entertaining. It doesn't mean it's happening on Tuesday, but I see the plan for Tuesday. On Wednesday, you have something around divine timing. Some of you could be considering a move and something just like works at that time. And for others of you, it's just some sort of acceptance. I don't know if that's an acceptance to like a school or a business, or, but I see something very stimulating, emotionally gratifying for you by Wednesday, or at least hearing about it by Wednesday, okay? And on Thursday, you could be manifesting a new love connection, and or you're in a connection and you guys could be spending time together. And as you know, if you want to manifest faster and better, manifesting with somebody about the same thing brings it faster. And by Friday, you need to make a quick judgment call. You're asking yourself, am I the one overreacting? Am I the one that should be apologizing? You know, you're taking responsibility for whatever's going on Friday, but it does look like you've come to some sort of resolve and it looks positive. Moving on to Virgo. 5 cards for Virgo. Also liking the energy for Virgo. I'm seeing lavender. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Okay, on Monday you might be feeling a little, might be feeling a little unbalanced. Wondering if you are making the right decision, if you should be moving forward with what you've been saying you're going to move forward with. Almost like second guessing yourself. You will be getting guidance from the divine, okay? And it's going to push you in the right direction. Something that, a new opportunity that makes you really excited, and it's something that is going to bring that passion back into your life, okay? On Tuesday, somebody's leaving your life that you may have been energetically tied to. It's in your best interest, so just trust the divine, okay? By Wednesday, you're seeking some sort of justice. You know somebody's been hiding something from you. The other people could be involved with this as well. And be careful, because one of these people is going to try to like, almost like reconcile with you, give you some bullshit, you know, oh no, like I was really doing this for you kind of thing. Don't buy that. Just know that those people are really like manipulating things behind the scenes. I think you know this, Virgo. I think you know this. Just do your best to avoid them and or not get into the drama. On Thursday, we have big changes coming. You're going to be hearing from somebody. There could be a celebration around else your finances or something wonderful happening at home. And your finances improving by Friday as well. Moving forward, getting rid of some sort of baggage that you've been having. And fully shining. Fully shining. By the weekend, you're going to be feeling fantastic. Moving on to Libra. 5 cards for Libra. Monday through Friday. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Somebody's keeping tabs on you on Monday, Libra. What the hell? Somebody who feels like you've wronged them in some sort of way. At some point this week, you'll hear from them. I don't know. They want to cause some sort of chaos. I'm not really loving it. they're seeking change between the two of you. I would say avoid it. On Tuesday, again, keep your guard up. Could be going out to dinner or drinks or coffee with somebody. It doesn't have to be obviously romantic, but it does look like you're going to be venting to somebody. On Wednesday, something gets canceled, some sort of disappointment, and it does look like you need more rest by Wednesday. You're going to be feeling really like drained, just drained, okay? On Thursday, you're looking at new opportunities. For some of you, it could be a trip. For others of you, it could be a move. But this is a wish fulfillment, something that's going to bring a lot of growth and abundance to you. And on Friday, you're going to start the day feeling kind of down. Like feeling like something's brewing, but why are you not seeing it? What's going on behind the scenes that you don't know about? You do have a Tower moment happening. I can't guarantee it's going to be Friday, but it's going to bring more income to you. So it's very unexpected, whatever this is. Moving on to Scorpio. Whoa. 5 cards for Scorpio for the week, Monday through Friday. Some of you Scorpios are getting out in nature, that's for sure. And you forgot to do something. I'm seeing a ring. It's a square. It's square. A square ring. Square ring. May have a border. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. All right, something's going to be illuminated for you on Monday, okay? You're gonna realize somebody who's at a distance, or you're at a distance, is not doing what they say they're going to do, or they're not who they say they are, and you're going to come to that realization come Monday. I think that ultimately this is a saving grace sort of thing. Like, this is divine intervention to find this out, because you're like, oh God, like, what if I'd gone into business with them? What if I had, opened my heart to them, whatever. So you're kind of relieved, okay? By Tuesday, you're like dropping some sort of heavy burden. You have a wish fulfillment coming in. You know that you do. Your passion's back. Your drive is back. If you're in a relationship, you could be realizing this is like the best situation for you. If you're not in a relationship, you could be like focused on that now. On Wednesday, you'll be hearing from somebody. Somebody you can't trust. You know that. Okay, could be work related. It's weird. You have 2 different things going on here. I hope this isn't 2 different stories. Some of you are going to hear from somebody you can't trust. It doesn't look like that goes anywhere. And for others of you, you've been working on something that turns out to be your 10 of Cups. And you come to that realization come Wednesday. On Thursday, messages going back and forth again. Could have to do with if you've been fighting over somebody about money, that'll come to some sort of resolve. If it's not fighting about money, could be an inheritance, could be maybe fighting over a home, whatever the case. It does look like you come to some sort of resolve by Thursday. And on Friday, feeling kind of imbalanced. You're missing somebody, whether they've passed on or whether they are just not with you, okay? And by the end of the day, you'll be feeling okay. You may hear from somebody that you care about, and that's going to make you feel better. But it looks like you start the day just not feeling that great. Yeah, it gets better. Okay, moving on to Sagittarius. 5 cards for Sagittarius for the week, Monday through Friday. I'm smelling a chemical for Sagittarius. And I'm seeing a moth. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Monday's a tower moment. Everybody's pulling the tower for some reason. Well, not everybody. Most of the signs are pulling towers for whatever reason. Could have to do with something emotional at a distance. You're going to feel very heartbroken, feeling like you put energy into something that doesn't end up working out, or that gets pulled out from under your feet, okay? On Tuesday, you're trying to manifest some sort of more positive outcome, only to find that somebody's doing something behind your back. They're pulling as the devil, take it as it resonates. I see a lot of disappointment, especially around your finances as well the first 2 days. On Wednesday, you're feeling much better. You will be speaking to somebody or more than one person and coming to some sort of resolve, whether this is work related or otherwise. It'll pan out fine by Wednesday. On Thursday, and if you're in any sort of relationship, it could be going to the next level. If you're not in any sort of relationship, then you could be meeting somebody. It doesn't have to be romantic. It just is pulling that way. Okay, it could be your next best friend or a coworker, or not coworker, business partner, something of that nature. But Thursday looks really good for you. And on Friday, again, you could be, I still see you being screwed over by somebody. Could be an air sign, doesn't have to be, but you have new opportunities coming by next week. This is just a temporary problem. Moving on to Capricorn. 5 cards for Capricorn for the week, Monday through Friday. Hey, over here, Elvis. I'll get in trouble if you choose anything. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. You have a wish fulfillment happening this week, Capricorn. I love that. Oh, for some of you, it's a new home. For others of you, it's a new partnership. For others of you, it's like a new investment of some sort, but it looks fantastic. Monday's going to be a great day for you. On Tuesday, you might be doing a little like self-care. Feeling very spiritually aware, and also just feeling good in your skin. All right. On Wednesday, could be partnering with somebody, not necessarily romantically, but just partnering with somebody in general, for something that's going to be very successful, especially if it's like business related. Okay. On Thursday, you could be seeking guidance from somebody and not getting it, so it does look like you might have to turn to like meditation, going out in nature, touching trees, something like that. But you will find the guidance that you need, but it's going to be in an alternative way than you think, okay? You have the 10 of Cups on its way to you. Please stop. On Friday, somebody's going to be contacting you with kind of rough conversation. Could be an air sign. They're kind of manipulative. Be careful there. They're trying to leave you out of a certain situation. Just know that even if they succeed, it's divinely guided, okay? Moving on to Aquarius. 5 cards for Aquarius for the week, Monday through Friday. Can you stop? Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Okay. Looks a little grim, but okay. Monday, you're walking away from a situation. For some of you, it is a... Can you stop? For some of you, it is a business situation, and others of you, it is a romance, okay? It's just... right now isn't the time. All right, you're focused elsewhere. Something's not going right. You will be getting messages from spirit and or a spirit by Tuesday. It's almost like if you have a blockage, whatever this entity is going to help push you through or give you these ideas, then you're not going to know where they're coming from, kind of thing. Looks really positive. Taking better care of yourself by Wednesday. You have a manifestation happening. You're excited. Again, new possibilities this week for Aquarius. You're just like all over you might be like hyper driven this week. It's great. You're seeking some sort of justice on Thursday. You will be seeing that, and messages from somebody from the past who you guys probably had a falling out at some point. Could be a fire sign. I don't see that really coming to an end. Maybe this is something that's going to be going on for a while, of you guys discussing something, okay? And by Friday, you're feeling fantastic again. You're feeling fantastic again. Watch out for devil dick on Friday, though. Getting stuck in a situation because you're so attached to the intimacy or the excitement, or, you know, it's triggering, basically. But your finances are looking really good this week. You might be fighting with yourself internally on Friday, but it doesn't look like it's going to last. And for Pisces, 5 cards for the week for Pisces, Monday through Friday. I'm seeing an ingrown hair. That's weird. It's a weird thing to channel. Pisces, you're going to be meeting somebody who's like, this is going to sound, all right, this is really weird. This is like super weird. You're going to be meeting somebody who is, I don't want to say dead inside, but kind of, you know, like they're blank. There's like nothing. You're going to question if they're even human. I don't know why you're meeting them, but you will be meeting somebody like that. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. All right, knock on wood, this looks okay. All right, so you're in the upright on Monday. Even though you're overthinking a situation, it's saying it's divinely guided and you will get through it. It's saying you will be channeling and or having, you know, these experiences this week that are going to help guide you. On Tuesday, don't reconcile with anybody on Tuesday. They're going to cause you a lot of distress. And some of you are missing someone at a distance, feeling a lot of pain, else they're not contacting you, or they're up to no good and you find out. On Wednesday, messages going back and forth again from somebody from a distance. They could be telling you about a financial situation that would go in your favor or in their favor. But it does look like you're jumping into something brand new financially and coming out, you know, it looks fantastic for you. Maybe it's a business partnership. It doesn't really matter. Could also be making plans for some sort of get together. I see you going to, if you have a child or a child in your energy, going to a child's aid by Wednesday. On Thursday, it looks like you need some self-care. Somebody's rooting for you on Thursday. Somebody wants to see positivity, and I think that's, you know, you're feeling pretty good about that. You may have a secret admirer as well. And on Friday, somebody's going to try to manipulate or try to defeat you by Friday. Again, I feel like you have somebody here who else goes to your aid or helps push you through it. And ultimately it's going to go in your favor, or things will turn out okay, but it's not going to feel that way. Even on Friday, I don't think it's going to feel that way. Maybe next week or something, but it does look like you're feeling really defeated by Friday, okay? All right, guys, that is the weekly. I hope you enjoyed it. It's Mercury retrograde. It's crazy. I told you I always feel like it kills us mutables. So bonuses will be up this week. You know, try to get as much information as I can while we're going through this. I may have another look at Mercury retrograde for you guys, just because my first one was so short. We'll see, but I hope everybody survives.